Let's go over this graphic organizer that shows the corresponding angles postulate and the converse of the corresponding angles postulate. We're going to use the corresponding angles postulate when we're given parallel lines and we're proving angles are congruent. We use the converse of the corresponding angles postulate when we're given congruent angles that are corresponding and we're proving lines are parallel. So let's look at this first one, the corresponding angles postulate. The hypothesis is if A is parallel to B, then I can conclude angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. So if lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. And the corresponding angles postulate tells us that. The converse of that, which remember, we get a converse when we switch the hypothesis and conclusion. The converse of the corresponding angles postulate tells us if angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, then I can conclude line A is parallel to line B. So that means let's go back, corresponding angles postulate, if lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent. If corresponding angles are congruent, then lines are parallel. That's the converse of the corresponding angles postulate. So we have to think about, what are we starting with? Are we starting with parallel lines, or are we starting with corresponding angles are congruent? And then what do we end with? Are we ending with angles are congruent, corresponding angles are congruent, or are we ending with lines are parallel? So when we're proving angles are congruent, we're going to use the corresponding angles postulate. When we're proving lines are parallel, we're going to use the converse of that postulate.